everyone. How are you all? This is Sweta Roy, your English master teacher at Vedantu. Hope all of you are doing well. Welcome to this session. Today we are going to deal with the second part of the wonderful poem, The Patriot by Robert Browning. I hope you people have already visited the initial part, yes, where I discussed the first half of the poem. So today we are going to complete the entire poem along with the poetic devices and the word meanings, the vocabulary part, right? So guys, are you excited to delve into the poem? Yes, give me a quick thumbs up in the chat box. And here we begin with the poem. First of all, those of you who do not know me, I have pursued my master's in English and B.Ed. I have more than 1 year of teaching experience, and I am also seated qualified. I've mentored more than many thousand students, both online and offline. And my motto, as you people already know, that we begin the session with, yes, empowering ourselves, because literature and language, these are the mediums through which, which actually empowers you, through the medium of which you can express yourselves freely. You have the freedom, you have the right to express yourselves, right? So isn't that empowerment? So please put it down in the chat box with a hashtag that we are all empowered. I want each one of you to unleash that power within you with the help of literature, with the help of language. Yes, guys? Okay, so I have an interesting riddle before we start off with the session. Very easy riddle. I'm sure most of you would be able to crack this. What can travel around the world while staying in a corner? Very simple, guys. Give me the answers in the chat box. In case you're not sure, guys, we will look into the answer at the end of the session. So please stay tuned. All right? And we will begin with the word of the day. So thank you, Kiran Das, for giving us this wonderful word. Big round of applause for Kiran. Okay, so the word is destitute, which means extremely poor. You must have come across this word. It's a very common word. I would definitely recommend you all to start using this word as a substitute for poor. Extremely poor, of course. Okay, not just poor, it's extremely poor, right? And yes, it's an adjective. The charity cares for destitute children. Wonderful, Kiran, wonderful. Now, people, what is your word of the day? Don't forget to post it in the comment section. And also don't forget to use this particular word in your own way, in your own sentence. Do post that as well in the comment section. All right? And now, before moving ahead, if you enjoyed the activities, do hit the like button, and I'm sure you would enjoy the session throughout and also learn in an enjoyable manner, right? So don't forget to comment and share this video amongst your friends. Okay, so with that, we would be starting with our session. Look at the session flow, guys. We would be doing the line-by-line analysis of the last 3 stanzas along with the vocabulary, poetic devices, wrapping the entire session up with the homework question. Can we start? Okay. So, before starting, I would also, like to ask you one question. I'm sure most of you face a lot of problems when it comes to the process of education, right? You have so many doubts. You have lot of, practice questions are not there. You do not have proper notes. Your doubts not being solved keeps on piling up, and as a result, what happens? Your, understanding weakens. So what if we give you the guarantee of improving your grades, of improving your performance? So guys, that can actually happen. Want to see how? Just visit the link, use the coupon code. You would be able to join us and score 100% knowledge, 100% marks, and gain 100% knowledge. Yes? Stay tuned. I would be further talking about this. Okay, so now with that, we would be delving into the line-by-line analysis of the last 3 stanzas. So read stanza 4 along with me. There's nobody on the housetops now. Just a palsied few at the window set, for the best of the sight is, all allow at the shambles gate, or better yet, by the scaffold's very foot I trow. So if you remember in the previous section that we talked about, we had dealt with the situation 1 year ahead, 1 year ago. Remember? So what had happened 1 year ago? How the Patriot was welcomed, he was hailed as a hero, right? Roses and his path was strewn with flowers to welcome him. People were dying to just have one look of the hero, of the Patriot, right? They could do anything for him. Remember? Now what is happening? How has the situation drastically changed? Let us have a look. First, let us see the vocabulary part. Palsy is loss of ability to move a body part. Okay, so palsied means basically the people who are unable to move, right? Shambles is a building where animals are butchered. So now you can easily understand that the Patriot is being taken to the shambles. Why? We can understand that as well. Scaffold is a platform where criminals are executed. So now it is clear that the Patriot is being taken for execution. Trow meaning to think or believe. So please don't forget to look at the vocabulary, which is very important. Now the Patriot says now there's nobody on the housetops. Last year, what was the case? People were, the buildings were absolutely swaying. Okay, heaved and swayed. These were the words used in the previous section. And now there's nobody. You can see the drastic change. You can see the contrast. Some people on the window who seem to be palsied or paralyzed. Palsied is paralyzed. They are without any pity or love for the Patriot. They are the only ones who are there. Why? Why are they there? Because they couldn't go to the place. Obviously, they are paralyzed, so they were not able to move. So they couldn't go to the place where the Patriot is going to be executed publicly. I told you that the subtitle of this poem is an old story. So could you resemble the story, the story which is being narrated here with another story which we popularly know? Which story am I talking about? Can you tell me in the chat box, guys? We will be discussing this very soon. Do let me know in the chat, okay? Now, according to him, the people have gathered at the shambles gate where people are hanged. The Patriot is also being dragged towards scaffold, that is the platform where he is going to be executed. So this is the cruel and the harsh punishment of the same Patriot who was being hailed as a hero, and people were dying to just have one look of this particular hero, right? So that is how drastically the public opinion can change. Once when you are treated as a god, and the second moment you might be executed. Okay, that is the rise and fall of a hero. Okay, poetic devices, guys, metonymies, shambles gate, okay, and scaffold, right? So the poetic device over here which is used, that is metonymy. All right, moving ahead. Okay, so I was talking about the improvement in your performance. Remember? Yes. So we are guaranteeing that improvement, guys, with Vedantu improvement promise. Isn't that fascinating? So now the improvement of your scores, the improvement of your performance is our guarantee. Isn't that amazing, guys? With that, let us move ahead with the quiz question. What is the present condition of the Patriot? He is bedridden, he is jailed, he is fated to be hanged, both A and B. Very simple. Please put down your thoughts in the chat. Put down your answers in the chat. Come on. Very simple. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. Yes, he is fated to be hanged. Okay, so before proceeding, if you have enjoyed the video till here, do not forget to hit the like button. All right. Now, I talked about Vedantu improvement promise, and I told you I'll be telling you how exactly we are going to, we are taking this bold step. We are making this proud announcement of Vedantu improvement promise, where if your improvement is not made, then we would be returning your course fee. This is with the help of our unlimited live classes with fun and high level quizzes. So each and every class you would be having high level quiz questions. No more waiting for mentee session, guys. Okay? Plus you get to compete with students throughout the world. Yes. Plus even the replays that you watch are so interactive. You have live quiz questions even there, along with the leaderboards, which is going to show you your overall class rank and earn points. Plus premium downloadable content. Yes, you can also download all the notes, all the content with handwritten notes of the master teachers. Plus in-class doubt solving, the major problem that you face, most of you already have told me that we have a lot of doubts which are not being solved. So that is also going to be solved then and there in the class. Plus, with the help of our special team who would be catering to your doubts, the class teachers. Plus, you would have amazing tools to measure your performance, quality tests and assignments, and unlimited micro courses. And in this context, let me tell you guys, we have pro exclusive micro courses which has already started. Pro exclusive micro course has already started. You can join my micro course as well. All right, I have started with poetic devices. I would be continuing with grammar and the course would continue. Okay, so that is absolutely for free. Isn't that super amazing? All that in less price, guys. So more classes in less price. How? Just visit the link, use the coupon code, and do note that this coupon code is going to give you a complete discount of 10%. Isn't that very, very amazing? So I will be talking about all the plans and everything. So please stay tuned, guys. Okay, I'll talk about the process of enrollment, the plans that you have, so that you are absolutely clear. Next is stanza 5. I go in the rain and more than needs, a rope cuts my wrists behind. And I think by the feel of my forehead bleeds. For they fling, whoever has a mind, stones at me for my years' misdeeds. Very, very important. Fling is, of course, throwing or hurling. Misdeed is an illegal act, you know that. Deed is something which, deed means act, misdeed is something which is wrong, right? Now, it is raining heavily. And what is the condition of the patriot? His hands are tied behind with a rope. Look at the contrasting treatment of this individual who was placed in a pedestal just a year ago. What is his condition now? His hands tied, his wrists bleeding. He could feel that blood, okay, coming from his forehead, right? Okay, and he is having his head down because of obviously humiliation, right? And people are throwing stones. These very people who were throwing flowers at him 1 year ago are now throwing stones, right? So now he is talking about some misdeed. What exactly was the misdeed? That is not very clearly mentioned in the poem. Coming to the poetic devices, of course, there is an irony. For they fling whoever has a mind. Okay, so this is an irony because 1 year ago, the case was absolutely different, a sharp contrast, and now this is absolutely different, right? Question, people, what makes the patriot sad? His defeat by the enemy, the death of his wife, the fact that the people have forgotten what the patriot had done in the past, or both A and B? Come on, people. Give me the answers in the chat. Can we have a look? All of you have posted your answers. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's have a look. Yes, the fact that the people have forgotten the patriot, what the patriot had done in the past, right? So we had already seen what he had done in the past in the previous section. If you have missed that, guys, please have a look. Okay? Now, I told you that I would be talking about the plan. So we have 3 plans, light, classic and plus. Okay. So the first plan is light. This is the pricing detail where you have assignments and notes, doubt clearing, okay, test series and analysis, all of that. Okay. Now, what do we have? You can try each course only for 1 month as well, right? Now what you have for light you have, one second. For light you have doubt solving on mobile app. That is the special feature only and only available for light. Okay, and for classic you have the personal mentor. That is another special feature only available for plus. So these are the special features, and you could try each course only for a month. You can give it a trial and then you can apply for the full course, and all your micro courses are absolutely free. No need to purchase the micro courses separately, right? Those are absolutely free, and I talked about the pro exclusive micro course which we have launched recently, guys. So you can join that as well. No paying of any extra amount for that, right, guys? All right, so now we would be moving ahead with the last and the final stanza. Let us read. Thus I entered and thus I go. In triumph, people have dropped down dead. Very important line. Okay, this line, the second line. Paid by the world, what dost thou owe me? God might question. Now instead, 'tis God shall repay. I am safer so. Last line is very, very important once again. Oft quoted lines in your text, in your exam. So please take a note. Triumph is great victory. Dost is do. Okay, singular present of do. Archaic, second person. Thou is again archaic. Archaic is an old English word which is now not used, okay, in the modern English. O is have an obligation, you know that, right? So in the final stanza, the patriot has reached the scaffold and now he is being executed. Even the people have dropped down dead. Now drop down dead, you can clearly see that there's an alliteration over here. In triumph. Now, what is the meaning of this particular sentence? Please listen to this very carefully. Even in triumph, people have dropped down dead. That means when there is a war, okay, when there is a war, people who lose their lives, basically who sacrifice their lives, they are dead, right? But they are treated as martyrs because they have won the war. So people, they have won the war, that is their triumph. But for that triumph, in order to achieve that triumph, they have to die, right? So that is why people have dropped down dead even in triumph. They are treated as martyr, no doubts, but for that, to achieve that triumph, to achieve that victory, they have died, they have lost their lives, right? The patriot thinks that God may ask him what else he needs as he has been punished by the world. He is now free from the hypocrisy of the world and quite safer in heaven. He is now thinking about his afterlife, right? And here the poem ends in peace. He thinks that after this mistreatment, after this cruelty that he had suffered in the hands of the people, whose minds have changed so drastically and so easily, there is no constancy, right? He would be better at peace and in comfort when he would reach heavens, when he would be in God, when he would be with God, right? So don't you find a similarity with the story of Jesus Christ over here? Yes or no, guys? Can you find the similarity of the patriot story and the story that we know about Jesus Christ? If yes, then please tell me in the comment section what similarities do you actually find. Okay, and we would be discussing this in the one short video, right? We would be ending with the poetic device. So antithesis, thus I entered and thus I go, right? So entered and go. Antithesis. Okay? All right. And thus has been repeated obviously. And when then we will have the question, what tells you that the patriot was over ambitious? His greed for power. He tried to do the impossible for the pleasures of his admirers. He tried to conquer the world, both A and B. Come on, people. What do you think? This is an interesting question. 3, 2, 1. Let's have a look. He tried to do the impossible for the pleasures of his admirers. Remember, I talked about the Icarus story. Remember in the previous section? If you have missed that, please take a note of that. Okay. So there he already had mentioned this. All right. So with that, guys, look at the back starting date, CBSE, ICSE, Maharashtra Board, grade 9, grade 10. Please have a look. Enough? Okay, so for enrollment, guys, don't forget to visit the link in the description box and don't forget to use the coupon code. You would get a complete 10% discount. So hurry up and do get yourselves enrolled, because this is a very good opportunity for you people. When the entire system is going haywire, we are there to help you out in each and every subject, right? And we would be ending this with the answer to the riddle. How many of you have got the answer? Give me a quick thumbs up in the chat. Most of you might have, right? Yes, it is a postage stamp. Very, very simple. I knew most of you would be able to get it. Okay, so people, did you enjoy the video? Yes? So guys, homework question. Don't forget to post it in the comment section. Discuss the message of the poem. We will be taking up the theme, the message, and all of that in the one-shot video, which we would be coming up with very soon. Okay, so please post your answers so that I can see what have you understood and I can take your comments for the next section. Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Do hit the like button. Don't forget to share the video amongst your friends and do subscribe to the channel. Take care. Bye-bye.